Greetings. How you all doing today? All right, it's definitely good to be here. I'd like to thank everybody for showing up on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. To introduce myself, my name is Rahmaan Statik from the south side of Chicago, Arcade Design Crew, Flatland Studios. The piece I'm going to be speaking on, and a series of pieces I'm going to be speaking on is this piece called The Incredulity of St. Thomas Remix, which was inspired by the Baroque artist Caravaggio. He did the exact painting, The Incredulity of St. Thomas, and I actually have a picture of it to compare it to. All right, that's the original oil painting line. The story behind this original painting, it kind of relates to the context, I would say, of the struggling modern day street artists, graffiti artists, vandal, urban artists. Basically, the whole angle is the aspect of individuals who put their life on the line, that have died to do this art and to be a part of this movement. You know, it's real. You know, it is in the Beach Street, Remo, romanticized version of something you see on TV. They're real life people that actually do graffiti and graffiti art. And to the point of where it's beyond just what you may imagine that individual as being. A lot of times graffiti writers come in different types of lifestyles, forms, etc. You know, some people may be active, some people may be inactive, but they all did their time. Why this is important to bring up as a conversation, because graffiti art, aerosol art, street art is the movement of art of our time, of our era, of the year 2014. This isn't the 40s anymore where Impressionism is in style. This is a whole another day, so please come up to speed. And I'm speaking on behalf of the Chicago art scene, Chicago gallery rooms, etc., to come up to speed. A lot of other cities have come to recognize that, but it seems like a number of individuals here still have these romanticized, dude with a mohawk and a spray can tagging your wall view on what an aerosol artist is. And I'm asking you all to do something smart and intelligent with your smartphone and do your homework and do a little research on what it's all about. The story behind this piece and the reason why the last number of pieces I did was dedicated to Caravaggio was because he actually had Caravaggio, if you all don't know who he is, he was a Baroque era or a Renaissance artist, Italian Renaissance artist that actually did a lot of his famous paintings while he was on the run for murder, and he was being commissioned by the Catholic Church to actually produce these paintings. I think it's amazing that you could have an artist that's criminalized and still do timeless art at the same time. There's something to that. It's something that me personally I can relate to on a lot of different levels, as far as the idea of being a criminalized artist. And that seems to be the name of the game of artists and graffiti writers getting felonies for doing graffiti. I don't think that's not just to put a writer in the same place as a rapist and your murderers right there. It's a non-violent crime. So that's basically a lot of the intentions behind this piece is the underestimating and the typecasting of graffiti writers and graffiti artists and aerosol artists, and just respecting a lot of these individuals as being the artists of their time, the artists of their era, and the product of this environment, of the era that we're in. Like all this just didn't happen by itself. All this is a result of something that was produced from the generation before. Please take that into consideration. And carry on that lineage or that idea. That's why I picked up Caravaggio as an example of that. Before I did this piece, I was in, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I was in 5 Points, Queens, New York, before 5 Points failed, literally. Like I was there, I did one of the last pieces to get painted on that wall. Along with my boy Gabe, poem, Zero Insane. Basically, I thought it'd be an honor to go out and paint the Fun Factory, for the last time before it was demolished due to gentrification. It's basically what wound up happening. To make a long story short, and that was the scenario behind it. Even if it meant taking a loss on a whole mural. It took that long, but you do that happens. Like doing this type of art, you take losses on entire walls and have to get up, wipe it off your shoulders, and do another 10 walls, if you will. The angle behind this piece was, it was a David and Goliath piece in which Caravaggio, and I should have the original Yeah, the original, the Goliath was Caravaggio, and the David, I think, was either the patron or it was another individual, but I know the Goliath is Caravaggio. But I thought it'd be interesting to paint it and use this piece as a metaphor for the situation of 5 Points falling, essentially to a scenario of gentrification and economics, if you will. The change of New York City, the change of Queens, and how witnessing that happen there is kind of a microcosm of what we have to come in a lot of our neighborhoods in Chicago. So it's something to be noted about that. But I thought it'd be interesting to do that piece as kind of like a statement toward the situation. All right, and this is the last piece along this Caravaggio thing I was on for the past few months. This was the beheading of Saint Hemophobes. I may be pronouncing this last. Yes, up? No, this is Houston, Texas. In Houston, Texas, Meeting the Styles, Kings Point. This was just done within August of this year. Between me, my homeboy Cujo, and Gabe. We came down there as Arcade Crew to represent Chicago and do this piece. Basically, this piece is kind of more of along the lines of the same statement. The underdog getting his day, if you will. It kind of goes hand in. To make a long story short, it goes hand in hand with that. I could speak on about this. Does anybody have any questions, if you will?